Whew. Okay, what's up guys? James here from Reflect the Screen, and today I'm reviewing Disney's A Wrinkle in Time. A Wrinkle in Time follows the adventure of children looking for their father in this vast universe of time. Middle schooler Meg is played by Storm Reid, and young genius Charles Wallace is played by Derek McCabe. Both dearly miss their father, a NASA scientist played by Chris Pine, who's been lost in the universe for 4 years with no signs of return. A Wrinkle in Time is directed by Ava DuVernay, who did Selma, a film that had emotional appeal to it, and it really touched me. I did cry. I shed one tear on this cheek. And I had high expectations for A Wrinkle in Time after I learned she was the one directing it. This film had none of her voice on any level.
Then how about we go and find him?
Our story is kickstarted on one evening where Charles Wallace is down in the living room area, and he meets a warrior. Now, this warrior, apparently his name is Mrs. Who's It? Goodness, the name is even bad. And she's played by Reese Witherspoon. Now, this warrior apparently is friends with this young genius, and knows Charles Wallace is a genius, and is ready to go find their father, but is doubting Meg. Well, they all are kind of confused. She goes away, then this warrior comes back. Charles Wallace knows a little bit more than everybody else, and has to motivate everyone to get on board. So he brings them to Mrs. Who's house, who's played by Mindy Kaling. So we're getting introduced to all these warriors. It leads up to getting introduced to, I guess, the main warrior, Oprah Winfrey. The thing is, that's when the film starts to decline a bit. Just as it's getting to the rising action is when the film's quality drops off. Now these three warriors, they all have unique talents. Oprah is good at being a motivator. She's good at being Mrs. Witch. I mean, the film doesn't really care to elaborate on what her main talent is. Oh, yes, actually, creating fragments of time. Wait, all of them can do that. It's so weird. Reese Witherspoon as Mrs. What's-It, she's not really, I mean, she could turn into a big lettuce bird. I kid you not, she turns into a lettuce bird at one point in this film. And then she's also disparaging Meg throughout the rest of this film, constantly doubting her skills and her talents and abilities. So it's kind of like contradictory to what Oprah's character does. Mindy Kaling is basically the female version of Bumblebee if Bumblebee were a human. Bumblebee from Transformers, that is. She speaks using quotes from other works of literature around the world, seeing as how she can't speak with her own words. I can give it a shot, actually. This film is awful. American. Reflect the Screen. See? It's really just annoying, and after a while I think the formula runs really dry in this film. The film tries to add another little subplot, a romantic subplot for Meg. There's a child named Calvin. He's played by Levi Miller, and honestly I don't think it works very well. I mean, the child actor himself is very wooden. I get it, these are child actors, they're not seasoned veteran actors, but you have to imagine that, I mean, they could have casted somebody that might have gave more emotion, or maybe it was just the writing in the film. But whatever it is, nothing clicked between Meg and Calvin.
We believe he is, and the only one who can find him is you.
You're kidding.
Do I look like I'm kidding?
A little. I'm not.
Now, the line delivery, the total package for this film is just very messy. We have heavy-handed dialogue that's prevalent throughout the entire film. Oprah, and I can't count the amount of times, she basically said, good people are good, bad people are evil. That variation of speech was used the entire movie. Why is nothing working in this film? It's so overbloated with trying to bring across a message of hope and goodwill. The movie really does tell and not show. There's so much dialogue that is just exposition. In the interest of full disclosure, I didn't read the novel. But if it's anything like this film, I'm really gonna stray from it. Now, besides the bad acting, it's how the film's story structure just kind of wants to fill in the blanks and add events that happen just because it's convenient for the plot. I mean, I'm not stupid, and I don't think half of that audience was dumb, but the film plays you for a fool. Now, I understand that the flow of the film is supposed to eventually make sense at the end, but it just really fell apart, and I think that Ava DuVernay's vision was totally muddled. I mean, there were so many different things going on in this film, and I almost forgot I was watching an Ava DuVernay film. And I'm hoping this isn't her voice moving on, but maybe she's not the Selma director that we thought she was. So there you have it, guys. A Wrinkle in Time. a waste of money. Now, if you liked what you saw, you can go to reflectthescreen.com and see more of my work, a lot more of my written pieces. You can still find us on YouTube, and you can just subscribe if you like, honestly. And I hope to be doing more of these in the future.